to support the platform just in case anything like this happens again, you can do it by way of PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, and also by the Anchor. And you can also further support the platform by way of going to the Teespring store or the shoe store that is located in the comment section below. Renaldo Webb, an entrepreneur and founder of PetPlate, a fresh cooked pet food company. According to him, the idea for the company came from his previous engagement with pet food companies as a consultant. While consulting for the pet food companies, he realized that low quality ingredients were being used in preparing the pet food and felt he could offer something superior on the market. I wanted to provide a higher quality product where you can trust the ingredients and it was personalized where it meets the needs of your dog, Webb told Forbes. Webb started his company in 2017 because of his passion for the pet industry, although his background is in physics. He studied physics at Mid, but he soon discovered that he wasn't going to solve string theory and that he wanted to do something different with his life. He got a job as an analyst for McKinsey and Land, a senior associate at a private equity firm in New York prior to starting his pet business. Webb produces his pet food from a kitchen in Dallas, and his company usually makes the delivery itself or through a retail partner. We are a human-grade pet food company, which means that all of the ingredients we use is cooked, processed, and delivered follows human food safety guidelines, Webb said. All of our ingredients you can find at a local grocery store. We formulated them for dogs with the help of our veterinary nutritionists. Once Webb began cooking for his dogs, he quickly noticed a shift in their health. My first dog had a very sensitive stomach and was a picky eater as he would get sick from traditional dog food. However, the first meals I made for him were a hit and dramatically improved his digestive issues. I also found a sense of pride, knowing that I was doing everything in my power to help improve his health and well-being. Seeing the benefits of fresh human-grade dog food in my own life then gave me the confidence to launch PetPlate, he says. In 2016, that's a year before he started production, he went on Shark Tank to pitch PetPlate. He wanted $100,000 in exchange for 10%. Unfortunately for him, he did not get any investors. Alternatively, he teamed up with Gertrude Allen, who is now the CEO of the company, to remain in business. In December 2021, PetPlate raised $19 million in a Series B funding round led by Pendulum. Prior to that, it had raised a $9 million series in 2020 and a $4 million seed round in 2018. The company now has some 25 employees. PetPlate generates 95% of its revenue from subscriptions. It costs subscribers $100 per month. Forbes writes that when a potential customer joins, they fill up information about the dog such as breed, allergies, activity levels, or body condition, so the algorithm takes into account the data points. It then recommends specific meals to the users as well as portioning instructions to make sure they're not overfeeding or underfeeding their dog. The company is now making moves to establish a brick-and-mortar location. Since it was launched in 2017, PetPlate has delivered 15 million meals to pet owners across the US. In July, the company partnered with Paramount Pictures to celebrate the launch of Paw Patrol, the movie. The partnership included PetPlate's food delivered to dog families in boxes themed after the movie and a sweepstakes for pet parents to win a private hometown screening and concession for the film. So let me just get this straight, right? So this is a brother that has studied physics, right? That's like top of the line type of math right there. I'm not gonna act like I'm a mathematician, but I know physics is up there, right? That deals with space, that deals with, quantum theory, entanglement, and quantum particles like the God particle, whatever, right? And you had this brother that's smart, intelligent, he's studying this, he's like, you know what, this ain't it, right? I'm smart enough to basically do this stuff, but this might not really be something for me. So then once he had a job as a consultant, he stated that he was on the ground floor and he was able to see how it is that they make dog food. He was able to see the process, the ingredients, and then from there on, he was like, you know what? I think I can do better than what it is that they're doing. So then he took all that knowledge that he was able to get behind the scenes and he started cooking at home. When he was cooking at home, he had a couple of people, that were, patronized, what it is that he was doing. And he also noticed that the health of his dog was also vastly improving by the ingredients that he was specifically using versus the standard issued, dog food that they tend to make in factories. Then on top of that, he ended up going on Shark Tank. He was like, hey, I got a proposition, 100 grand for, 10% stake in the business. None of the sharks wanted to basically take it. But what that did enable him to do was to, get the view, or allow, somebody out there to view him, and they created a partnership, and it's been successful ever since. I think they said somewhere up in between like a number of 15 to 20 million of his dog food meals have been, pushed out there. Then on top of that, he's also been able to partner up with Paw Patrol, which is a very popular show for kids, and their movie. And this man is literally, just think about this real quick. He went from spending hard-earned time and money in college studying something, to then be like, this ain't really it, to then becoming an entrepreneur, and then creating something that not only was beneficial to his dog, but something that he could be a part of and be proud of, because he knows it's coming from his own two hands. Yet again, this is the power of Black people being able to find a solution to a problem. We see an issue with something, we're going to use our brains and we're going to formulate a response. We're going to formulate a plan, and we're going to enact that plan, and then we're going to see it through. And that's exactly what he did. He saw the whole thing through, and now he's able to profit from it. And he's not just going to be able to profit from this, but I'm pretty sure that he has a lot of other things up his sleeve, that he's waiting to, specifically do and enact. I really don't believe that this is going to be the final stop for him. Like I said, this company is making bank. They are making money. And, this is also to show that just because you don't have some people that believe in you doesn't mean that you don't have a good plan. It doesn't mean that you're not going to be successful. It doesn't mean that you're not going to make it. That just means that those just weren't the people that were meant to take that ride with you. That's all it is. So whenever it is that you have your own plan, and that you have something that you see for yourself in the future, just remember that it might not be meant for a lot of your friends or your families, or whoever else to basically go with you on that journey. Some people are meant to meet you at one stop and just wave you off as you continue on to your next destination. And that's clear cut what this was. And I'm actually pretty happy that nobody on Shark Tank, actually took him up on that deal, because he was able to forge through and make something happen himself. Right? The age old thing that people normally say, "Oh, just pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Stop begging and pleading and asking for people for money." Right? He didn't do, in a sense, he didn't do none of that. Right? He came there with a proposition, a business proposal. They didn't like it. He left. Everybody's on good terms. And then along his way, he met with somebody else who was like, hey, I like your business. I like your plan. Let's see if we can join forces and make something happen. And there you go. There you go. So, to a lot of Black people out there, like, yo, keep forging on, keep being successful. Make sure you strengthen your body and strengthen your mind for, a lot of the trips that you're going to take, and a lot of the trips that you don't even know that you're about to take. Remember to always stay diligent, always stay positive, always stay knowledgeable, and to always have the utmost faith in yourself, and never rely on everybody else or anybody else on this planet to have more faith in you than what you have in yourself. Always value yourself to the highest, because you will succeed.